Did you guys know that bearded dragons can hibernate for weeks and even months? This process is called brumation in the reptile world. Typically for a video about bearded dragons, I would normally have one of my girls with me, either Clementine or Lili, but they are both actually brumating at the moment, which is what inspired me to make this video in the first place. So lucky for you guys, you're going to actually see Wiggles and some of my cats instead. Sorry, I don't have the beardies here, but we are going to talk a lot about them. In this video, we are going to discuss everything about bearded dragon brumation, everything from what it is, what it looks like, why bearded dragons do it, and how to properly care for your animal during this time. My name's Stephanie of newlightpets, and today we are going to talk all about bearded dragon brumation. Many bearded dragon owners are unaware that their bearded dragons brumate in the first place. And a lot of times this can lead to a lot of unnecessary concern and just confusion about the proper care for them during this time. So what is brumation exactly? Well, brumation is essentially hibernation for reptiles and amphibians. It is a state that they will enter into typically during the colder months when the temperatures start to drop and food becomes less scarce. And the reason that they do this is to conserve energy. In my own personal experience, I've really noticed my bearded dragons start to go down, especially when the days become shorter and it gets darker outside. They just instinctually know when it's the right time to go down for them. Please know that brumation is a very healthy behavior and it's something that can actually improve the overall lifespan of your bearded dragon. Now that we know what brumation is, let's talk about how exactly to tell that your bearded dragon is brumating. Some symptoms you may notice is number one, reduced activity level. You may notice that your bearded dragon seems a bit more sluggish or lethargic, or spending more time on their cool side, hiding, sleeping, and overall just very inactive. Number two, you will likely see a decrease in appetite. In fact, many bearded dragons will stop eating completely when they go into brumation. My bearded dragons typically go down pretty hard, I guess I would say, and I typically don't see them eat at all. This is why it can be very important to make sure that they are well fed before brumation time happens. Number three, you will likely notice less waste. Sorry, Wiggles is getting in the way here. Okay, you want a photo bomb? Come on. Obviously, less waste will be happening because they are going to be eating a lot less as well. Less food equals less waste. Number four, your bearded dragon may still wake up periodically. They may get up on occasion to move around a tiny bit or drink some water, but they will still pretty much remain in that sluggish state. Your bearded dragon will not go back to their normal activity level until brumation is over. So how do you care for your bearded dragon during brumation time? So essentially, you will want to keep the temperatures and lighting exactly the same. You don't need to turn any lighting off. You want to maintain those normal temperatures for your bearded dragon and keep those lights going, as they still need to regulate their temperature and they still need that day and night cycle. You will also still want to provide your animal with fresh water every single day, as, like I mentioned before, they may periodically wake up and drink some water. It is important that they always have access to that. And finally, and in my opinion, most importantly, leave them be. Let them naturally go through this process. Don't get your bearded dragon out to handle them. Don't try to force feed them. Let them sleep. Let them do what they naturally need to do. Unless you think there are signs of illness, then you need to let them be. Now, stemming off of that, let's talk about what signs of illness might look like in opposition to brumation. Some signs that you're gonna wanna look out for that may mean that your bearded dragon is actually sick and not brumating would be discharge from their eyes, nose, or mouth, heavy breathing, labored breathing, and extreme weight loss. And if you feel unsure, always contact your vet. So if you are a bearded dragon owner or thinking about having a bearded dragon one day, it is so important that you understand and know about the brumation process, what it looks like, and how to take care of your pet during this time. Please also note that brumation looks different for all bearded dragons. Some bearded dragons are very consistent about it. Mine have been very consistent since they become adults, and they typically go down at the same time every year for about the same amount. Usually it's about October to January-ish. But this is different for all bearded dragons. Some bearded dragons may not brumate at all, and some may only do it occasionally. Some may also only do it for a few weeks, and others up to months. And unless your bearded dragon is showing those signs of illness, then this is a healthy thing, and you should be grateful that your bearded dragon is acting upon its natural behavior. All right, guys, well, that is all that I have on brumation today. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please check out my other videos about bearded dragons. I will list those in the description box as well. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do put out weekly pet care videos. And until the next time, you guys take care.